Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Laundry Room Podcast with me, Roxy Tumbledryer. I am your hostess with a mostess that loves a Sunday roastess. And today I am joined by the See You Next Tuesday that we all absolutely know and love here in Belfast, far and beyond. It is the one, the only, the fabulous. It's me, Cilla Black. No, it's not. It's Electra La Cunt.
Hello.
The
Julie
audience.
Walters. I heard people slabbering about me.
Julie Walters.
I'm here for a fair dig. What's going on?
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Well, I'm not well.
What's wrong?
Mamma Mia 3. What's going on?
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Here we go again.
Well, I'm not a fan. Do you know what? Bringing them films up. I wouldn't be a fan.
No, I never watched any of them.
I couldn't get through them properly.
What was the first? What was the first one? Was that some bint looking for something? Wasn't she?
She was looking at her dad.
Was she?
Yes.
I thought she was looking at a man.
The man got bucked 3 ways, sideways.
Oh, she was trying to find her dad.
Yes.
That's
and the three guys.
Yes.
And Pierce Brosnan. God
Yes,
bless
yes.
him. He tried.
Stupid plastic
He
bastard.
tried his best and Piercy to sing.
But he wasn't good. Oh, well, that's right.
He wasn't
Yes.
good. Yeah.
That's how
I
much
say I haven't seen it, but clearly I know all the crack.
she knows. She knows fucking everything about it.
Still not happy about it.
I'm not happy. No, never watched that. Never watched 2. And then there's another. Here we go again. And it's like the next one will be Mamma Mia. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Okay, not this.
It's like I get not another one.
Not another one.
It will be that one. It's like Mamma Mia, not another one.
Not another
Are you?
one.
I can't stand this. I absolutely love that meme. It's one of my favourites.
Oh,
It just
You're joking. Not another one? Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this.
Beautiful.
she just stands
Beautiful.
out. But Electra, how the hell are you? Thanks for coming on to the old laundry room. You brought all your washing with you, and I love to get it in an old 40-degree wash done before we go.
Absolutely. And I brought a wee carry-out as well. A 10-pack of WKD.
She did, and I've offered also the prosecco that comes with the fabulous.
The hosting is 10 out of 10.
hosting. I was
10
like,
out of 10.
When you arrive to record, you will be met with whatever you want. To be dragon fruit coming during the break.
The Come Dine With Me score is beautiful.
I know,
Beautiful.
it's only got a 1 and a 0. I'm like, I don't have a 10. I've got a 1 and a 0. I can't do scoring. Sorry.
I'm expecting starters anytime now.
Yeah, but there's lobster thermidor coming shortly.
Ooh, a lobster bisque.
Lobster.
I've never had lobster.
Right, me and Rusty Hinges, when we were in Gran Canaria not year year before, walked past lobster and we're like, I really want to try lobster. Talked about it for ages because you keep seeing these seafood boils on TikTok.
She did the same thing in January when we were out there.
So did you not get any now?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake. See, it says on the menu a certain thing, it's like €15 per.
Oh yes, 20
something.
per pound
Or
or
whatever
something
it
like
is.
that.
And we were like, but what if it comes to like fucking such as they're going to go €100? I'm like, what? The
Yes.
fucking says it? So we kind of shit ourselves and go, let's not. And then it's like, but if I don't like it. But I have now come home and been like, where the fuck can you get a lobster? Nowhere in Northern Ireland.
Nowhere.
I think, the Moore and Seafood Bar? No lobster.
Well, I'm not a seafood kind of
Neither
person.
am I. I'm gay.
Hi, fellas. I sure do love being gay.
Wouldn't be into that whole clam kind of stuff, no.
Clam chowder.
Clams.
But it can never find. I've literally looked everywhere. If anybody knows where no, I don't want a frozen lobster at a little that you just like whack out in a pot. No, it needs to be made by some bastard and presented to me so I can poke at it. You keep seeing people on TikTok sucking the fucking claws of a lobster.
Cod supper. That'll do.
Would you not try? Would you try lobster?
I would try a lobster, yes.
We should go out on a hunt, a lobster hunt.
Yeah.
Just down to like Sea Park and start hooking ones out of the sea and go, right, let's kick it. But I really want to try lobster. It's up there on my.
Getting pincered.
Yeah,
On the seafront.
sounds like something like. What happened? She got pincered.
She's got pincered.
Did you not see her hanging out of her taxi last night and pincered?
A lobster bite.
She was in Donegal-Street. She got pincered.
Yeah.
Outside the funeral home. Many of things happened outside the funeral home. My God, to think there's corpses in there and the many fags we've had outside that door.
Oh God, all the secrets.
I know, all the secrets being spilled. But as I say, yes, you're joining us here to go through the deep dive of Electra La Cunt.
Yes.
How it all started, where it's at now, and why the hell did you do it?
Trauma. Trauma.
Well, as we always say, why did you drag? Money.
Money. Attention.
Well, yeah, fuck
Attention.
Attention. Look at me, but don't date me.
Well, see, this is the thing, because I was saying to someone actually this week, like, how I love being on stage, but say if you asked me to do it, I'd be like, absolutely not.
What?
If you asked me to go on stage, I'd be like, no,
When
I'll do it.
I was like, no.
But don't ask
on your
me.
night out, if you're like on a
Don't
night
be
out.
asking me.
I tell people on your night out, go, get up there and do a number. You're like,
For free.
Fuck off.
For free.
Yeah, people actually go, get up there and do a number. You're sitting there in jeans and a tracky top. We're like,
Absolutely.
yeah, no problem. That'll have the same effect as a
Absolutely
sequin gown. Yes, of course. I love it. So tell us, how did you start the Electra La Cunting? What, were you always a little bitch?
Yeah,
Were you always a little gay boy?
I was always a wee bitch. I was like, I remember when I was younger, dressing up and putting like a t-shirt on my head and using that as a wig. Did you ever do that?
Racist.
And I flipped it back and I felt my fantasy.
Oh,
I was like, this is human. This is full cotton, 100% cotton.
100% cotton wig. Are you ready? No, I've never ever put on a t-shirt as a wig.
I did that when I was did Gem and the Holograms, like with me and my sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But your mum was like, right,
yeah, she
here
was
we go.
just bitterly disappointed. No, she wasn't. God,
Like,
love her,
I'll
God
never have
love her.
grandbabies.
She was like, I won't interrupt.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to start anything here.
Sorry, I'm just going to back out slow and say fuck off.
I know. But then it was like, like I grew up with like Death Becomes Her and fucking like First Wives Club. And
You Don't Own Me.
You Don't Own Me.
Remember the many nights we performed?
Oh yes, oh gorgeous.
Loved it, them good white suits.
So it was like, it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. We are in the same age bracket. You're 34. I'm 34.
Yeah, I'm 34 in May.
It's gotta be May.
It's gonna be May.
May. Well, I'm 35 now, and 35 in August. So yeah, there's a little bit of difference, but yeah, we grew up with those same references, and I loved all that. I love the what do you call it? All the film like made by what's his face? Can't remember, but it's like Home Alone.
Oh yes, Christopher Columbus and all that. Yes.
All of those like old timey movies. It takes you back through. You're like, oh, I remember whenever.
Even like Hocus Pocus and stuff.
Fuck,
and,
love it. Everybody watched like from I think October 1st until November 1st. Everybody just watches Hocus Pocus on a fucking loop. Yeah. At that point, I'm like, I'm sick of seeing this shit. As Halloween comes around, you're like, oh my god, if I have to do one more fucking hello Salem. I think I'll throw myself into fucking...
The Christmas season was worse, though. It's longer. It's a long stretch.
It's a long stack. This year, well, Christmas 2023 started for me in last week of November, and we ploughed right through, and I was like, these fucking songs. It got to the point where you just feel like you were on like standby, like jingle bell, what? Where the fuck am I? I don't know what pass me a beverage. I'm absolutely fucked.
That's why I do like the Jack Skellington thing, just to like keep myself entertained.
So
I get to change halfway through and just be like, right, come on, let's make this slightly more entertaining than.
Although what did lift us at Christmas at the Balmoral Hotel when you joined me for the show is we got a beautiful Sunday roast.
Oh my god, an impromptu Christmas dinner.
That's what sold it for me. Whenever I contacted you, I was like, would you be free on this date to do a show there? And I said, it's just this amount of numbers, it's for about an hour or two, and I said also, we'll get a roast at the end. Yes, without even asking how much or what. Yes,
I'm there.
I'm there. There was a roast. She was there. She didn't give a fuck.
I'm there.
Boom. So there we are. We sat around the table and had a beautiful Sunday roast. Pictures will accompany this now on the screen.
Yes. Yeah.
But yes. So then you started. Where was your first drag gig? Where did you start your drag gig?
I first did a wee. Now this is literally 10 years ago. I first did a wee night in the Avenue, it was called, the basement of that cocktail Madison's.
It was Madison. It's now called House.
Is it?
Yeah,
I've not been back for
House
the PTSD.
Beautiful. Oh, but I used to love Madison's. They done 2 cocktails.
Oh yes, they did their cocktail hour from 5 to 8. I was there religiously.
Oh, me and Rusty used to go all the time and had about fucking 12 each. And
their food was gorgeous as
well.
Food
was beautiful. Rachel's gone. Rest in peace, Madison's. But yes, then the Avenue was downstairs.
Yes. Now, you would never have known about it because nobody was there. But you live and learn.
You do.
And then,
what was the night called?
It was called Tart Thursdays, I think.
Yes. I remember this because I was always like, who's Electra La Cunt?
Well, I met you the first time on like Paddy's Day. Then, I first went out then in February. Then I went down to Union Street on Paddy's Day when it was like really, really busy. I went with my wee friend Luke in drag.
Luke Colbum?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Luke. Here's his
Facebook. But and yeah, met you and Rusty outside being like, hello. And You were like, I'll add you on Facebook now. I don't add people I don't know. And I was like, that's fine, that's all right. No, I know who you are now. And I was like, that's good.
Still like that. It was like you're so unapproachable. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just like, who are you?
She loves her privacy.
I just be like,
that's fair enough.
You look like you've been in a fire. Your makeup's wild.
Oh, looking back at the eyebrows, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, the brows were on point.
Jesus Christ. But then that's the first time I met you. And then just by chance, your last show at the Sunday Bingo show.
That's
before
right.
You moved over along with Rusty to the Maverick.
That's right. That was our beginning.
Yes, and then I was on that very stage on that Sunday with Tina and Trudy. So I have you to thank for that, because it would never have happened
if we didn't get up and
if
go.
you didn't make the wee switcheroo. Fate would have it.
This
were meant to be. You know,
we always say things are meant to be. They're going away for certain reasons. We don't
Yeah.
know why. We don't know who and where. But I always go like, I'll go with it. We'll see what happens. My mum and sister always say to me, you would literally land in shite and come up smelling gorgeous. I'm like, I love.
well, this is it, because like you're in Union Street and I'm a Maverick.
I know. Jesus, how did that
Switcheroo. So
another switcheroo, and maybe there's another one coming up. You'll be coming over to Who knows?
The
again.
debuts.
Oh, well, Libertine will open again, and we'll all go there.
Well, R.I.P.
All right,
R.I.P.
oh God, sad to see another bar in Belfast to go.
Well, this is it. And in all seriousness, I don't think that is like, I don't view that as like a good thing to be like, ha 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 ha. You know, I don't. That attitude's not the one to have, because I hate to see another queer bar that had so much potential just going down. It's sad to see we went from 1 to 2 to 3, now back to 2, and it you want to see more representation rather than less. So.
Absolutely, and even the ones we do have, we'd love people to just come out more and support everything. Just make sure
absolutely,
your gay baths, your local acts, talents, peoples, everything, because it could disappear at any moment, and then what are you left with? A shitty city centre.
This is it.
The town. There's nothing in that town.
No.
There's nothing in that town at all. Like,
constantly I'm hearing from taxi drivers, like, town's dead.
Yeah, always. I'm like, are you a battery than night? You always have to ask that question.
Oh, you do. You do.
I feel you get in, and I love when you know that they hate you being dressed in drag.
The ones who are just quiet.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
I'm like, all right, and they go, I'm like, oh, right, okay.
They and then you get the odd look in the mirror.
In the mirror. Yep. I'm always looking at my phone, but there's nothing on my phone. I'm just like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, well, how are you the night?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
And is there many get into the town? It's only like, okay, right, okay, sweet, no problem. And I like grapes.
It beats the ones who are a bit too interested, though. Oh. I had one who had a very, very high-pitched voice and asked me far too many questions
about drag.
So, do you have a boyfriend then? And do you dress up like this for him in drag? And I was like, yes, and he is 7 feet tall, and he works out twice a day. This man doesn't exist, by the way. I was like, and he will beat you the fuck up, sir.
You fucking You know what it reminds me of? Out of Finding Dory or Finding Nemo. It's like, the boy had a baby, and the baby was on its own, and it had no arms, so I'm raising it, and it's doing great, but...
For me, I thought it was like, the Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I thought his eyes were going to pop out, and I was like, oh my God. Then I was like, oh, it's gonna do something here.
Some of them are so strange, but I think it's a gag. I love being in it, and they go, so and what do you do? And do you sing a song? I'm like,
do you sing? And I'm like,
no, mate, I would stand on stage with a microphone, tell jokes, take a piss, perform a few songs. He's like, right, and do you wear it every day? Do you sit in the house again? I'm like, no. Do you want to get a wage for this? This is the only reason I do it.
Does it pay well then?
I was like, well, it's better than sitting in a taxi smelling like B.O., sir.
Well, this is it, because I couldn't. I mean, drunk people are hard enough to do with, at the best times.
Oh,
but having them in a taxi with you, and then
a very confined space,
boking and vomiting everywhere, and going in for the Dutch,
screaming out the window, "That's the church I was baptised in!" Like, although I'm sure you would have some fucking stories. We got a taxi driver go, "Tell me about your marriage."
Well, this is it, and I usually find that a good gauge of knowing a taxi driver is good cracking out when they're just like, "Have you met Teddy?" And I'm like, "Yes,
love that." That's how you know they're gonna either talk to you about dirty things. It's like,
Yes.
do you know Teddy? I'm
Do you
like,
know Teddy?
yes, I do indeed. Robert. I'm like,
I love old Teddy.
yes, fantastic. Love it. Worked with her many years. Brilliant.
I've taken
Lovely.
Teddy, and I'm like, hold on a second there.
It's like,
Watch yourself now.
okay, sir, no
Don't
problem.
don't be revealing some secrets here now.
Or they're like, do you know Portia de Monte? And they're like, yes. No, well, fucked her. I was born. Shout out to Portia de Monte, the one and only.
Oh God, love it. Here, if you are listening, I just want to say, fuck you. Fuck you.
All who's sailing you, you fucking bitch. We absolutely love her. I'm sure she'd be there. She'd be like, hey ho, hope you're well.
She would tell you to your face that she's listening to this and she hasn't listened to a word.
Oh yeah, she'd be like, I loved it. It was so good.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was wonderful.
I will expect a text if she is listening to this and I get a text. Bitch.
She'll listen to her own.
Oh, yes. She'll start her own. I love her. So yeah, you literally then you started off in Union Street. You started your first shows, and then of course,
Yes.
only a couple of weeks later, you joined us in the Malfoy.
Yes. Well, I did some winning at Trudy's Drag Race.
You did indeed, that's right.
And took the money and ran across the road.
Both.
And then I was in Maverick, and then did that for a couple of years. I did the door of Bitch Plays on a Wednesday night.
Yes, God, we had
There
many
was-
of a good Wednesday night
Oh,
sitting pished.
I know.
Afterwards, usually, and during, and everything.
Because it was all the Rue girls coming then to the clubs rather than doing like the
Big
big arenas and the shows and all
come to
that
their
all the
clubs.
biz.
God, there were so many. Remember Sharon Needles?
Yes, yeah.
She had to be put out. She was
We had to
fucking
hide from her.
We had to hide from her because she was
Yeah.
absolutely whopped over chops on gear.
Yeah.
I was like, please, let's hide from Sharon Needles. She's scary.
Everyone else had abandoned her, and it was just her, and she wanted a party, and it was like, baby, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Some of us
it's not happening.
You're like, I have a dance bank to go to tomorrow to work
I
in.
have to go to work.
This.
I know. I know. I was working at a bank then.
Who else? But there were so many. With Raja, she was great.
Loved Raja. Yes, that was me and you doing that.
We did. That's right. I
That
remember
good
that.
mix.
Oh my
That good
God,
mix.
yes, the Marco Fashion Show Mega Mix.
Loved that.
Still have that in my repertoire somewhere.
Gorgeous.
To take it out, we'll maybe do it.
Them good numbers that we have done that we've never repeated again. Like
I kn-
that, the Brexit one, somebody that used to know.
What was the Brexit? The Brexit was
Somebody that you used to know.
That's right. And you were the EU, and I was
yes.
the Euro. Oh, I was the UK. Oh, that's right.
That was a guy.
We were very political.
That was a culture night one, wasn't it?
It was, and
yeah.
nobody gave a.
All the culture we were offering up on a
We
fucking
offered so
platter
much
for you.
culture. There was a culture night we did.
Well, then we had done the baguette, the French baguette.
Alors une
Alors une
Danse.
Danse.
Yeah, I do love that by Stromae,
Yeah.
the French artist. And I made a ham and cheese baguette, and we smoked a fag on stage.
We smoked a fag and
We were just being stereotypically French.
just stupid
Oh,
bitches. And then our little swimmy dance, our little. Do you remember that?
Yes. Oh my God.
Our little
yeah.
swimmy dance.
The video is on. I think it's on my Instagram or
It's somewhere, isn't it?
There's definitely some video evidence out there of the Alors une Danse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes, I'll have a wee nosy at that if you can. And then you also done R&R with us. It was a Sunday
I
afternoon
know,
show.
yeah.
It was very good too.
Because the great thing about that is that it ended at 8 o'clock and then we could just stay on and just
Pish.
get absolutely slaughtered.
There's always, Sundays was always a drunken night. I was always home by 11. Fuck.
Oh my God,
They were good
wild
times.
times.
And the handbag toss.
The handbag toss, yes.
For anybody that didn't know what it was, the handbag toss was basically launching a handbag up
And
from the stage of the Maverick up onto the fire exit and trying to get it out onto the street, but mostly it just knocked people's teeth out and people were getting smacked in the side of the head with
and
a
then
handbag.
buses were going past as well because obviously it was like fucking
I remember
6
somebody
o'clock at night
hit
on
a bus.
Sunday.
Somebody literally
Yeah.
and it cracked the side of a bus. Somebody got hit in the head. Drinks were smashed off tables. It was
Transit were on strike.
It was like
we were not happy with it at all.
Stormont
Like, we're
were-
not going down
Stormont were on strike at
that
the time
road.
as well.
I know. Spoiled. Wild times.
Bloody arseholes.
Wild times.
And then of course you had Ultravamp as well.
I
Your
know.
own-
Yes,
the host of your own first night.
That ill-fated Thursday night.
That was such a really, really, really busy, empty bar place.
ahead of its time. Ahead of its
It
time.
was ahead of its time.
Do you know what? It taught me the value of just getting through it and performing.
Just, there may only be 1.5 people
I
here.
may be performing to the bar staff, but I
You're
will do
performing.
this. I will do this.
You are performing,
Yeah.
regardless of who it's to.
It's too.
Up to
Doesn't
every
matter.
good night.
But then there was Sunday service,
Yes.
and then that was upstairs, and then downstairs, and
Outside,
we did
inside.
outside, inside.
Everything.
We'd done all the wee numbers there, the nuns, the.
God, there was a lot. See, now you're going to... God, there was loads.
I know.
There was so much and everything. I'm like, God, there's actually so many years. So many years.
Because me and you buggered off around the same time then. because
I went flying.
You went flying and I went off, and then I was like, actually, hold on a second, I'm not quite done yet.
No.
And then there was
Here's your
Queertopia.
That's right. Well, we'll come to that in the next part of this episode. We're going to take a very short break to listen to our sponsors, and we will see you in just a second.
Did you know that Roxy's got a new show coming to the Balmoral Hotel on April 6th this year? Well, why not? Get your tickets now, as they are selling fast. It's called The Story So Far. It is from lockdown to being let out and all the crap that we suffered in between. Taking you through ups, downs and all sorts of rounds and rounds. It's going to be a great night. Plus we've got DJ and party afterwards.
Get your tickets now at www.ticketsource.co.uk/Roxy Tumble Dryer. That's www.ticketsource.co.uk/Roxy Tumble Dryer. Don't miss it.
Hello, welcome back to the second section of today's podcast, the Laundry Room, with myself, Roxy Tumble Dryer, and the fabulous cunt herself, Electra La Cunt. Love that sound. Welcome back. How are you?
Well,
Are you
see
feeling-
when you say I'm going to put, because I only listen to this on Spotify.
Right.
See when you say I'm going to put that in on the old YouTube. Do you put them in?
Oh,
do
yeah.
you actually put them in?
Yeah,
Then?
so there is. It's on Spotify and then also on the YouTube.
I'm not calling you out. I'm just like, do you do that?
Oh, I do. I
Do
sit
you?
and I make on the Tuesday night a lovely video.
Fair
So any
play.
accompanying images that we will discuss today, or anything, you would have to. Now it's mostly just a little visual, like a little relaxing visual. But if we talk about something, you'd look at the screen and you will see
Fabulous.
yourself screaming out of a taxi window,
Yeah.
"You bitch," or
Yeah.
different things that we discussed
Yeah.
today on the podcast.
Love it.
Speaking of screaming out of a taxi, do you remember our favourite taxi driver, that Italian fella?
That hot Italian.
What did I say to him?
That hot Italian car.
I was like, let me see that hot Italian
Let
cock.
me see that hot Italian
Stephen, he's picked us up a couple of times. He was all very friendly.
He took that very sexy photograph of us in the Santa outfits.
Boom, will appear on screen right now. Because, bitch, I have that still on my phone. Because my legs
God.
look great.
Oh,
It was,
same.
it was in the era of when I shaved my legs. I was very into drag
It was in
then.
the era when I went to the tanning salon on my lunches.
Oh, you had it. You had
Oh, I was
colour.
beautiful, beautiful.
She had colour about her. We were young and sexy and
Yes,
free.
yeah, I know.
And literally, I was like, take a picture of us.
The
was-
days when you could literally just take an old wig from a bag, pop it in your head, and then that was you. You were good and you were
That was
done.
it. But per God love him, we were all like, I think he did show me this. Show us a stick one night. I can't remember.
I've never seen this hot Italian cock myself.
I don't think, from my memory, I don't think it was anything to be like ringing home about. It
Right.
was just like, I don't.
I see.
It was like a little bit of chorizo Spanish. It was a little bit of Italian meat.
A
No.
little pizza.
A little bit of Parma ham from New York. It
No
was-
deep dish here.
It was from what I can't remember. I'm getting into the depths of my mind here, but we did torture him. God love him. It's like, take pictures of us. We're sexy.
I know. Take pictures.
It's like, drop me off
on
the
the bonnet
docks.
of his car.
Drop me off the docks, then take her west.
Yes.
I loved it.
Us sharing taxis.
Oh, it was good times. But speaking of throwing wigs on heads and the way we went, we were just looking through my drag room and talking about some of the
Yes.
outfits that we used to own. And back in the day, we were talking about 10 years ago or so,
Yeah.
you could have just waltzed into the likes of Quiz, which is
Miss Glam.
Glam,
Miss Glam.
Miss D.
Yeah.
Steve Falls, great job.
Miss Steve
Like all of those little, just on the high street, anything on the high street, and go. The
Braemar.
amount of stuff I used to get in New Look, and be like, wow,
Yes.
it sparkled.
New Look do a wide fit now.
They do. They always done a wide fit. It was always very good for
non-drag,
larger
sure.
girls. You literally used to buy that and go, fuck, we were at the height of our glam. And then, see now, you could not.
You
even
couldn't be
like,
seen in that now.
it's like, what are you wearing? I thought I had just off.
Custom made,
I know.
custom hair,
The whole
the
fucking-
jewels,
I
the
know.
glam.
I look at things and after about 4 weeks I go, I'm bored of this, what's next? What can I order now? Give me the things in baskets.
I
I'm like,
know.
right, I'll put this on. Then you're like, £250. I'm like, that's alright.
It's good. It's good. We all look gorgeous, like, but it's wild
Oh,
expensive.
It's very
wild
expensive. It really, really. Drag isn't a very expensive game.
Yeah, fuck capitalism.
Exactly. Drag is an expensive game.
Yeah.
Like it is, but I do miss the days of just going in and go, I need a dress for the night. I'm like, boom, straight into Primark. There's an old sparkly thing.
Bastard drag, they call it these days.
Bastard drag.
They call it
Really?
bastard. Yeah, bastard
Who
drag.
calls it
That
that?
kind of like shoddy, you know, just a wee throw a wee wig on. You're all good to go. We shake and go.
Oh
A
my
wee
God. Wee Becca
pre-marche. A wee Becca.
She listens to this and she's gonna kick my. When she gets on this, then she'll get me back. Don't worry.
A wee pre-marche. And
Yeah.
then you're good to go.
Although there's times I have waltzed through and went, if you added and did, and
They do
maybe-
some nice wee oversized
Some
sparkles. You throw a wee belter in it.
When I was in Amsterdam,
number.
I was in Amsterdam with my mum, and we were walking through Primark, and now, oh my god, the things you can get that you can't get over here. I was like,
Primark in
oh,
Amsterdam.
huge, 7 floors of dams and errands,
Primark in Amsterdam.
fantastic,
I knew they were in España, but I didn't know they were in Amsterdam.
everywhere.
International queen.
Very international. It wasn't even called Pennies, it was Primark. It was
Primark.
fabulous. But we went there, the amount of stuff, I was like, there wasn't anything, wouldn't have ordered on stage, Jesus fuck no, but it was nice. It was quite nice.
It was nice.
Yes,
It's different. It's nice.
It's different, it's nice, it's a little bit something.
Something.
But now, no, you couldn't. Or just be like, yeah, just whack that wig on. I get wigs in the post and go, could I? No. Styling, shout out to Keith Wiggs, my hairstylist. He's awful good.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
fabulous. He does a very good
Gorgeous. I need to get something from him. I usually do the how's your head?
job. How's your head?
No
Or-
complaints, you.
I must say, for a wig, it's a fucking unit.
Yeah.
There is no breaking a how's your head wig.
Yeah.
Like, you could throw it in a bag. You could throw it under a bus. Like, with your head
I
inside
literally throw them in a bag and then that's me away.
Same. Although
That's me away.
I take the ends, so you know, your end
Yes.
towards the ends. I fold the ends into the cap, and then because I had one delivered to me before by someone, and all the ends were in the. I think our house here was actually the ends were in the cap. When
Right,
it comes to keep them nice and safe, so I do the same thing and then transport them in a lovely River Island bag.
Do you take the heads with you?
No, I just.
See, I take the heads with
You
me.
do, you're right. I couldn't be arsed with heads. I just like to put them all in the bag and carry them nice and carefully.
I just like freaking out the taxi drivers and they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like,
And
you've
I'm
got
like,
head.
"It's
Jeffrey
my head.
Dahmer's getting on board. I'm like,
It's my head.
hi, do you want to be my friend?
I'm like, hello.
No, I could just put them in the bag, like a nice big, like good white, not like a nice Iceland bag that you get a good wide.
But they're
bag.
not good anyway that you can do that.
That is
Do you
what I
know
say.
mean?
A how's your head wig, and I must say a Keith's wig as well, but also
Yeah.
stand up some good beans.
We'll talk, Keith. We'll talk.
I'll have to put out a reel with this so we can get to hear this and let's get some hairs. But most of these, yeah, have all been done by the one and only.
I know, but that it's now like that updo up there is absolutely gorgeous.
I
yeah.
love an updo.
But it
I need
is
more.
that requirement now to be, you know, let's say the fucking elephant in the room, that RuPaul's Drag Race standard of like, the style and the
It's been great
yeah.
entertainment, but the worst thing that's ever happened to drag. Like, I mean,
well, this is it.
you
This
have
is
to
it.
amp and everything. I have to look like that. Or
And you do get that ultimate question of, when are you going on Drag Race?
when are you going on Drag Race? I'm like, never, because I wouldn't put my really fragile mental health through that at all.
It's a lot. It's a
Imagine
lot.
people that would be like faceless sitting behind Facebook or
And
whatever
it's
going,
not the be all and end all the drag. Like,
drag
it really
for me
isn't.
is a gag. I like to have a laugh and just have some fun, but most importantly, make other people laugh, because
Yeah.
like I must say this podcast has been really good fun for me to do, but the amount of messages I've got from people where somebody's been like, I've been in sick in bed for a week and I listened to this and it's made me laugh so much, thank you, or different. I'm sure you get comments to yourself whenever you like take a
they
shit in
tell-
a public toilet. They're like, thank you so much for,
They're like, I saw your show the other night and it was absolutely awful. I shan't be back. I won't be
but
back.
I'll see you next week because we'll come back.
No, but you do get some people who tell you very, you know, personal stories. There's obviously shit that I've done in the past that has touched the lives of people because I've dabbled in stuff that is important
You
to have a wee conversation about. But
Speaking of the year of Pride, remind me of the year
2016.
26. My God, a week. Oh wow, that is literally how time has. We did say time is flying. It's
crazy.
but it is actually flying. It's scary. But 2016 was the
Yeah.
year that Electra La Cunt walked in the Belfast Pride Parade wearing a crown with HIV blood on it.
I know.
HIV positive blood on it, and it was. What a fucking stand. It was fantastic.
It was crazy because like there was this kind of like hush of about like 2 weeks afterwards. I remember like you and Rusty were away on your hollybops.
We
It
always
was post Pride, obviously.
Straight after Pride, we always went to Torremolinos
Yes,
to get
yeah.
absolutely off our tits.
So me and Misty were just covering gigs as normal, and
That's
then it all just kind of like exploded everywhere. There was like Pink News, Huffington Post, Attitude Magazine and stuff. So it was great to get like the message across. But these were like, that was like kind of like pre-prep days.
Yes.
Which is crazy to think of as well, that like prep wasn't like
Yeah.
so readily available
It's
as
16.
it is now in 2016. So like what that's like
Seven and a half, 8 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's mad how it's also moved on so fast. But
Yeah.
how this was such a big deal at the time. And what about the DUP? They loved you.
Oh, yes, because then...
Jim Allister was your favourite?
Because then afterwards, I was part of the Alternative Queer Ulster, which was done in Stormont in 2018. That was being run by the Green Queers, who were part of the Green Party.
Yes.
And then they didn't. Belfast Telegraph started like stirring up some shit and like trying to
mixing the book up.
bringing Jim Allister and
for comment.
Before I'd even like open my mouth,
Yeah.
and then on the Nolan show, you had the other Jim. What's his name? See, these people just mean nothing to me.
I was going to say Jim Davison, but he done a Generation game.
No, there's Jim Allister and then Jim.
I done Jim Davison. I like that. Jim Bowen.
Jim.
You got it in my son. Holiday, you want a speedboat. Congratulations, you want crown full of HIV. You want wheat speedboat. Jim.
Jim. What's his? Jim DUP.
Yeah. Deckhead.
Jim. I
know who you mean. It'll come to us as we're discussing it. It'll just pop out because the brain does that. There's people probably listening screaming it out, but
anyway,
pop it in the comments.
The pair of them weren't happy.
No.
And then it always like all over the local papers and stuff. So that was a bit strange because that was then in conjunction with us like doing drag story time. And then right. Nelson McCausland did some weird like blog post about it. So it was intense. It was intense.
A bit of a time.
But here
it raised your drag profile. It's made you more of a La Cunt.
More of a La Cunt. Yeah. So having to kind of go through that without a PR person behind me or without lawyers and stuff like that, whereas obviously the DUP have access to that kind of shit.
Were you getting anything from any like proper like personal back? Like,
it was weird just kind of knowing that they were like stalking like my social media and stuff.
I'm watching what you were doing.
Yeah, and like stuff was kind of going on at. Do you remember the 343 that was out in East Belfast?
Yes.
Yeah, just kind of like things there as well. That it was just kind of weird coincidences.
Yeah, the papers were picking up on things and sort of going, "Oh, let's run with this."
Yeah,
make it look like they're doing more. Oh, look what's happening over there.
Yeah,
it's like no, it's really not that big.
So yeah, it's just it's people using their power for not so good. Yeah. Jim Wells, that was it.
Jim Wells. See, do you remember that cunt? Where's he went to?
I think he's still floating about somewhere. Honestly, I do.
Those guys he did.
Well, see, they're all coming back out of the woodworks now.
Oh God,
they go back up the hill.
They're all fighting now. You see, it's all like Jim Allister's still screaming about something, and then it's like you're letting the union. You're doing this. You're doing that. I'm like, I just want everything to get me to the hospital when I need it quick, and I need to fucking when you want something you can get it done quick rather than going, I'm sorry, our services are fucked.
That's it. They're talking the biggest pile of shite about stuff that doesn't really matter to Joe Blogs in the street. No. It's the way that Rishi Cakes is bringing in fucking trans people and making a fucking joke about them every single Prime Minister's questions. It wasn't only when Brianna Gay's mother was sitting in the House of Commons.
Yeah.
It's been every single week. So it's just kind of like you're using minorities just to kind of to create this kind of culture war to get away from the fact that people are waiting months to fucking get to see a GP, to see their doctor, to see a dentist. It's like this is what things that actually people care about.
The main important things. I'd seen a girl on my Facebook today had written a thing where it was like her son was suffering from maybe a family member passed away and they're struggling and needs something.
I think I saw this as well by Grafe, yes.
And the certain places that the girl spoke to go, no, we don't do it this way, we don't do this, we don't have this, we don't have the space for this, we don't have the money for this.
Yeah.
Try this, and every door it was closing.
Just closing, yeah.
How does anybody get help with anything when it's like no, and like luckily when you do, if you are looking, you can, and if you can afford it, you can go private with things, and great, fantastic, or if your workplace includes it, but
people are being fucking bled dry.
People can't afford it.
Exactly.
You can't afford to fucking do it because you're already being bled dry with electric and gas.
And while these electric and gas companies are getting shitloads of profits and everything.
Bastards.
I did already say fuck capitalism, didn't I?
You did indeed. That was your political rant on today's London.
I know, we got very political there, didn't I?
We did. But I
wouldn't be like me now.
But tell me this, but you were you're also doing a fabulous event called Queertopia.
Yes, Queertopia.
Take me into the Topia. And you were doing that with the fabulous Dick Von Dyke.
Yes, Dick Von Dyke.
Dick will join my podcast very soon with Tales of Dicking and Diking.
Dickingtons.
Yes, the one and only Gemma Hutton.
I know.
Comedian, lady, side host of Sunday Service that we did on the Sunday nights as well.
The old ball and chain.
That's how we all came together and met each other and getting ready by Uplighter upstairs, remember?
Her in her international office, do you remember that?
Yeah, oh my god.
A toilet. A toilet.
If anybody wants me, I'm in my international office and she was just getting changed in an old toilet.
Just sitting with the old seat down, just being like, well,
writing a running order.
I've made it. I've really made it, haven't I?
When you are getting changed in a toilet with pish still on the floor from the night before, you have made it. And you better fucking be thankful that you've made it.
But yes, Queertopia was a the brainchild, am I using that expression correctly, of myself and Dick sitting there going, do you know, we could put on a fantastic queer cabaret show that is outside of bars and clubs, that people want to actively go to actually listen to what people have to either say or do. They're not, sitting at the other end of a bar being like, give a ball of poppers, Richie. I'm not interested. Don't take easy, aren't the fucking shaft. Do you know, people are coming to see the show, and you understand, 100%. Having done brunches, your own shows, your own comedy shows as well, the kind of, and this is here, 100%. I'm in the Maverick every fucking Saturday night and I absolutely love it, but there's the value in people coming to see the show just for that specific reason.
Like, oh, I actually want to see what she's doing. What's she wearing this? What's she doing this? Like, oh,
yeah,
I'm there to be actually what you're into. Rather than going, oh, you're there, fine.
What's that, Sam? What's this?
I had somebody else say, what are you? Do you sing or dance? I'm like, you've been here for the past hour and a half. I've been here for the a good hour, maybe and 45 minutes. So no, I'm just standing there like a tit.
I told her this. So I was on the mic one night and I was it was just a Christmas there, and I was like, well, have you got your Christmas shopping done? And I looked at some woman in the front row and I was like, well, have you got your Christmas shopping done? She leaned in and she just went, where's Rusty? I was like, oh, she's not fucking here. It's a Saturday night, for fuck's sake. She's here on a Friday, you dick. Where's Rusty?
That is what it's
like. Great. Well, that's that dead.
Fuck my drag.
Cheers. Fuck my drag. Cheers. Thank you.
Where's
Rusty?
Or when somebody just goes, You're great, but such and such. And like,
where's this? Who's that? Like, who are you?
Do this song.
Fierce injection. Like, and I'm like, no, she tells people. She tells people it's just me.
Like,
watch out for like,
I got the fierce. Oh, I love it. I'm like, I'm Dolly Parton. I'm Dickie Doodah. What's fucking happening?
You're Dick Von Dyke.
Where did you do Queertopia? It was in the black box.
It was in the black box. Yes, black box was our beautiful home, and we had also done it in the old barracks at the back of the black box as well. There was a small theatre there too.
That. Yes, that's right. Barracks.
We had done our smaller shows in there, kind of more experimental
audience
stuff.
Of 4, like an Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
It was gorge, yeah.
Very intimate.
And very intimate. But yeah, it was queer cabaret, and this was all. It was like pre-pandemic, and then when the panini came, then we
the panini. I love that.
We went online and did online shows.
Oh, online shows were the way before.
And that was beautiful. Never tucking. Oh. Never having to put anything on.
It was dressed as far as the waist.
It was swinging low and just beautiful.
They were my favourite. Worked in this room fucking every night. Great. Dressed as far as the waist. Done.
Did not know how to walk in a pair of heels after the panini. Just didn't know how to do it.
It's difficult. I was like, how do these operate?
Whoa.
And when you're going, oh my god, I could get drunk really fast. Like, oof. Boof. There was many nights I was literally going, oh my god, I'm going to have to get a taxi home. Oh wait, I'm in my back room.
I know.
Into the bed. Bang.
Beautiful.
Cold.
And you know what? During that time, it was the only time I had ever fallen asleep in drag. I'd never done it before.
But
really? Then, yeah, during the lockery down,
you did.
I woke up and was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, Jesus Christ! You know when your eyes are all crusty and like, Jesus. No.
I woke up I did do it once where I wear contact lenses when I'm in drag because I can't see.
See, I don't.
I woke up one morning and went, oh my god. I can see. The Lord's healed me.
It's a miracle.
Holy shit. Oh, I looked in the mirror and went,
no.
oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, no.
Like, there was an eyelash stuck to the bed, the other one was beside the bed, so I must have got one off, then passed out. The whole face was imprinted on the pillow. I was like, oh my god, it's like the Shroud of Turin. And I was like, oh my god, look at her face. She was a lovely woman, dead.
See, I can see nothing. Well, I can see, that's why I pick on people in the front row, because I can't see anything beyond it.
Oh, so
and I don't wear contacts in drag, so I'm just like,
away
whatever.
in the spectacle and get yourself
Whatever.
a contact lens. You'll be able to see people in the back row and see exactly what poppers they're taking.
Do I want to?
Well, you know, sometimes ignorance is bliss.
That's
isn't
where
it?
they're usually gathering at the exit. They're running there. They're like,
stay by the
"Bye."
exit. It's all happening here, or out in the smoking area, not even
I
watching
know,
it all.
I know,
Through the window,
yeah.
going, who's on what?
Them good Maverick Wendy's.
Good big window. I love walking. You'd always love. I walk past, get my taxi home at like 10:30. You're like, bitch. I don't know.
Oh, I'm always waving, being like, hello.
Hello. I get into the back of a taxi, or somebody steals my taxi in front of you. Fucking cunts.
That's happening a lot these days.
People just getting in and taking your taxi, and I'm like, you are not a man in a fucking 6-inch heel.
Thief.
How dare you? I write notes on like a drag queen. Pick no one else up but me. I think there's some fella going up in an Aldi test check going, I'm drag queen. I'm like, are you fuck dickhead? It's actually pure Ben trying to steal my taxi.
Baiting about the place.
Oh, God love him. Shout out to old Bente. What has been your worst gig? What's been your, like, it sticks in your mind going, oh my
Oh
God.
God, I actually do have one. I do have one, and it's one that El Vosk always reminds me of.
Oh, does she? Oh.
Yeah, we
missing
did.
out.
We did this. Well, actually, the place is closed now, so it doesn't really matter. We did one of those Disney nights in Cuckoo,
Oh, yes.
and it was dead. Now, it was, if possible, deader than Ultravamp. Like, oh Jesus! I was like,
how many?
Oh, it was. Do you know what? It wasn't only that. It was then just everything kind of fell apart for the first time ever. My and actually no, sorry, the second time in my life, and I'll tell you about the first time later on. My eyelash fell off before we were going on stage, right?
Sure, right.
And then when it was like a Disney kind of thing, so I was doing like a Maleficent number. So I had the cane.
Yes.
So I stood on the stage and then went off the stage and snapped the cane in two, because I stood on the cane and was just, this was in the middle of the Maleficent fucking speech, and I'm like internally just going, what is going on here? Lashless.
Prick her finger on a spinning.
Like,
when she slams her cane, bang.
there was no slamming.
Gone.
There was only a wee half-arse thing just there. I was like,
It was a cocktail
I
stick.
came off just going, get that fire exit door, I'm out of here. Like, I swear to God.
One of those nights where it all just goes.
But Elle Voss always comes up to me and she's like, do you remember that Disney night? Do you remember that Disney night? Me, her, and Becca Boots. Do you remember that Disney night?
I'll back about. Well, who was she? Was she like the walls of the Disney castle with her teeth?
Do you know what? I have actually so much PTSD, I just blacked it up.
You're blacking it out. God, I'm going to have to
Most of it out.
ask Becca about this. Becca, text me as soon as you're listening to this about Disney night. But if I must say, in drag, if it's going to fall apart, it's always going to go.
One thing after the other, yeah.
Not just one thing, not two things. Every
Everything.
fucking thing. So you come out with no wig on, no dress on, no shoes, and just go. It's one of those nights.
It's one of those
just
nights.
fucking shit itself, and it's everything in one go.
Yeah.
I got out of a taxi a couple of weeks ago. Remember the night the wind was howling a gale?
Oh my God.
I put my
Several wigs were lost that evening.
I put my foot out of the taxi and both heels broke.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
Boom. Was right down into two, basically what were like clogs. Gone down to nothing. I was like, right.
I was doing Got Mick. Was it Got Mick? No, it was Bimini and Lawrence. And I stuck on one of them good Alison Express dinky heels with the boots.
Oh, yes, of course.
It was
Yes.
a brand new gorgeous pair.
Drag staple.
Put them on, stood up, the heel went, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't even think do you know what? I don't even think I got the refund for that. I must check that out.
Now you're like going,
I'm like, I never got the money back for that.
I'm chasing one at the minute. I'm waiting for a refund from ASOS for like 30 odd quid for a pair of socks and a t-shirt I bought. They were far too big. Sent them back and there's nothing at the minute. I'm like, you know when it's like
What's
contact
going
our
on?
customer service and it's a fucking bot? I can't be arsed with that.
Oh, I did that recently with our deposit for our apartment in Gran Canaria. It took forever to come back. And of course, the day I fucking messaged the guy,
It's like,
it's in my account.
It's in the
and I was
account.
like, it's gone dirt.
You feel like you're sorry.
I felt like a dick.
I didn't check my account. I'm sorry about that.
I felt like a dick.
For fuck's sake. Gran Canaria now, one of your favourite places to go.
Oh, I love it.
She loves
I love it.
in the last episode we talked about it with Robin Diamonds. She worked out there.
Yeah.
And the time I went, I was just like, my eyes have been opened and opened more than anything else I've ever seen before.
I would go like twice a year now.
You do. You would nip. You're
Yeah,
always off. She's always off.
I was nipping off. I was there in January and I'm away in May again for my birthday.
The Electra birthday.
I love the sunshine. I love the fact that there's so much drag there. I love the fact that it's so gay.
It is.
I
very
love the
gay.
Yumbo. The only thing that I would change about it is the fact that Malibu Perry works there. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I thought I could get away from these bastards. I thought I could see some good drag from Bonnie and Clyde, and all of a sudden Malibu shows up and I'm like, hello, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
I want to go over and see her. I missed in January. You all went. I didn't go this time.
She was terrible.
She seems to be loving her life over
Do you
there.
know what? It was lovely.
Strength.
It was lovely to see her.
Did you go see Armani? Whitney Houston.
The Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey.
It's Shirley Bassey. Those just the gentle finger movements that she makes.
The tiniest bit. You can just it's only moving the waist by a centimetre, if not, but it is just.
And this is nothing against the other funny boys, girls, but I could just watch her all night.
I don't know who they are.
I could just watch her all night.
Forgive me, I don't know who they are. Armani is unbelievable, even on her Facebook and stuff.
Have you watched her documentary? She's a documentary on YouTube.
¿Dónde está perdón?
It's like 20 minutes long.
Okay.
Talking about her life.
Well, that's me sorted tonight.
Yes.
Your taxi's been ordered. Fuck off. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Electra's now gone down to watch Armani's documentary. Oh my god, fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that. But
big shout out to Armani. Much love.
Oh,
much
fantastic.
love.
You'll have to check her out if you literally just type in Armani Funny Boys. You'll find it.
And you know what?
Away.
And shout out to the girls and Sparkles as well. They treated us so well, like Brandy and all, and Heather and Bonnie, like
Brandy, Bonnie,
Malibu.
Rena Fame did my documentary about
Raina
me.
wasn't there when we were out. Now, I usually see Raina when she's out there, but she wasn't there when we were there in January.
Back in Ireland.
No,
love. Rena Fame did a documentary about me before she was even a drag queen.
Yes, I remember that. Was that what? In her heels, am I right?
There it is. There, Roxy, walking my
heels.
It's on YouTube as well. It takes you right back to my humble beginnings when I was working in Union Street for the first time. It takes you right back when it was a little mess.
Do you know what? I love doing those things. Because there's a couple. I've done a couple of those, like, you know, I'm doing a film project or something like that. I love them because I like just being like, well, that's a wee bit of history there that you can look back on when you're owl and you're like, I did that. I was carrying on like that.
That's me.
Back in the day.
There's me literally going, I was talking the other day with someone, I was like, I done the Mac Theatre twice and done a comedy show, and I was like, I did that.
You did that.
That's crazy. Speaking of actually comedy gigs, have you ever heard of... It sounds like one of those adverts. Have you ever heard of Actor Life? It's a fantastic diet supplement that ensures the shit flies out of you like a torpedo.
Oh, Jesus, I don't need any help with that, man.
Do you ever listen to a podcast in the middle of a conversation and it goes, Actor Life? Just boom, out of nowhere, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
They sometimes wake me up because podcasts I would listen to me podcasts put me to sleep.
Same.
No, I've listened to all three of yours, but I couldn't tell you how they end.
You know they start good.
I'm conked out.
She's gone
by the end of them.
I listen to podcasts too as well. They're great. They're just very relaxing. Can I listen to a conversation? Gone. But yes, on the 6th of April, Saturday the 6th of April, I have got my own one-woman stand-up comedy show. It's the first that I've done now in about 5 years, 6 years. It's been a long, long time since the last one, and it's called The Story So Far. So it's basically everything from COVID that we've all been through, living at home, getting out of lockdown, and basically just trying to get back to where we are now.
I know.
And I was just looking at it going, ha, what a load of fucking shite that was. It really was. So if you would like to get tickets to it, please do grab them online, details of which are in the... somewhere, find out wherever you're listening.
Details in bio.
Details are in bio, link in bio, etc.
Read my bio.
Have a wee look at that. Yeah, on
no
Instagram.
pick, no chat.
That's it. Just have a look, grab some tickets, come along. It's the Porta Bitch. It's a great crack. You'll love it. We're going to take a short break, Electra, in the show again. You will find details of where to buy tickets to the said show that we spoke about, including Electra's brand new one-woman show called For Fuck's Sake, which will be coming to a living room in Sandy Row very, very soon. We will talk to you in just a second. We'll see you soon. Welcome back. It's the last section of today's podcast, The Laundry Room. Today I am joined by the fabulous, the lovely, the delectable Electra La Cunt.
Hi.
Hello, how are you? You alright?
Beautiful.
I know we haven't went anywhere, done anything.
We've done nothing.
We've done nothing. We just sat here and been drinking and chatting and being ladies of the
Getting
night.
through this carrot, right, like?
Ooh, out of 10 tins, she's only got 2 left.
Well, this is it.
Necking them and then smashing against her forehead, going, I am Electra.
Well, it looks like 4 to me, so it's all good.
Electra Abundance.
Oh, yes.
Pose.
Oh.
If you have not watched Pose it's on the BBC
I think it is on the iPlayer.
Season 3 is on the iPlayer, but the rest of it you can get via other streaming services, BTV and all that sort of thing. It's not even on Netflix. No. You can get it on all them other if you've got it, if you're good with all that stuff.
Okay,
Fire
right.
sticks and all. Oh my god, Pose is great. It really takes you back to where it all began and
the tears.
understanding ballroom culture and where it all comes, all these sayings come, yes bitch and work honey and all that crap, where it actually comes from, and it's not just.
And have you seen that video of Dominique Jackson who plays Electra being like, get the shoes, baby, get the shoes, get the shoes, baby. I
love her.
fucking love her.
Love her. She's somebody like the size of her fucking glamazon.
Gorgeous.
7 foot glamazon.
Yeah.
She is unbelievable. Fucking fantastic.
And her speech at the Human Rights Commission, I think it was, and she was like, yeah, fight. I would trust her to fight for my fucking rights.
Oh, she'd bite you.
Absolutely.
She would bite you.
Yeah.
Like Dominique Jackson would bite a bitch.
Yummy.
No, fantastic. Oh my god, if you've not watched it, watch it. It is very, very good. Along with, God, what other shows of
LGBTs?
Yeah,
Pride. I love Pride. That the one about the
Yes.
miners' strike?
the miners.
Yeah,
right?
the miners' strike.
Oh no, you have to get the miners again.
The miner.
What if I suck a cock underneath a load of rock?
I love that film.
And it's a sin.
Oh my god.
Now that's a real.
You need like Kleenex for that, definitely, for your eyes and not for your penis, because you will be.
Well, you might have gonorrhea. Have you got that gonorrhea?
Gonorrhea.
I need a little bit of Kleenex for my gonorrhea.
Just super for me. Supersize that.
My
please.
cock's crying.
What's going about?
My
Make sure to get
greens.
yourself tested now.
A little bit of green seepage. A little bit of seepage.
Siponge. Siponge.
That's disgusting. But yeah, it's a sin. It's such a great watch.
Yeah.
It's very good as well.
It broke me. See, by episode 3, I was blubbering.
What gay movie shaped your growing up?
Death Becomes Her.
Death Becomes Her was for you. For me, it was when my mum not forced me to watch, but
Shut you down, watch that.
we watched, or when my mum made, maybe my sister, not made, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying she made me watch it. We
Yeah.
watched Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, yeah.
There was just something was like, I think I want
to be this.
do that. I don't want to travel across the Australian outback now in
Yes.
bars, but wow, okay. What's all this?
What's all this?
What's all that? My mum used to go to the Parliament many moons ago.
Really?
Oh my god! Now my mum's lined up for the podcast as a guest to tell us all about the old days when she ran about the bars.
Love
She
your
was a
man.
wild
My mother from another mother.
Absolutely. She will be telling us about the Parliament and how she was taking ease in the toilets and thought she was being chased by this lesbian that wanted to touch her. Very good times. It was Gemma
Love
Hutton.
it.
It was
a young Hutton.
a young Hut. Yeah.
There is actually a really good podcast on BBC Sounds, and it features a lot of drag queens from here, talking about the murder of the PSNI officer. But it's got like Trudy in it, Portia's in it, Tina's in it, Titty's in it as well. It's called
They Done It.
It's called Blood on the Dance Floor. It's very good. I would recommend.
It was
Would
actually They Done It. It was like the
but,
EastEnders 6 storyline. I was like, oh, they're all in the
oh, the
pub.
6, yeah. I love how Sharon was just like, fuck this, I'm away.
Trio.
Peace out.
I'm away to
Bye.
Australia. I'm away to see Michelle. I'm like, sorry, what? Fuck you.
I don't think Letitia Dean was very happy with that storyline.
You know?
Oh no. See, I think that she was fucking raging that she finally got herself a wee toy boy. That was it. She was set. She
God,
could touch his nipples.
He's
and all of a sudden it was like, nah.
Now he's under the floor of the
We're
cafe.
snatching that away from you.
Under the floor of the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And Denise, do you ever notice Denise gets a new wig? I love
D's
that.
knees.
Denise wigs, have you ever noticed them? Any
Her wigs?
Or wigs. You can tell when one's getting to the end of its tether because it starts to look dried out and fucked. You know, some of ours get like a bit dried out in the ends.
don't even.
If you ever watch EastEnders, look out for Denise's wigs. Rusty would text me like on Denise wig watch. We're like, look at the
Oh,
wig.
he loves EastEnders.
So do I. Oh my god. And Sean McKay as well. We talk about it on a Sunday night. Like,
Do you?
did you see what happened this week? Yes. Or like, did you keep on a saga bait? Oh.
See, I only tuned in at Christmas, and then that was.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, for that thing. Oh no, God's be like, oh my god, look, somebody fucked Sagaloo across the East is West, whatever it's called. Bateville, brilliant. Good time. I love it. I've watched it for years. And I watched Coronation Street too.
Do you still keep up with that?
It's absolutely shite. I had to say it away from the mic, so I was going to scream it there, but it's absolutely shite in a Manchester accent.
Is Hollyoaks still on?
It's moved to Channel 4, and I wondered why anybody would be watching it at half past 6. Like, teenage years. It takes me, I used to watch as a kid, but it got a bit far-fetched. All this...
I remember Hollyoaks After Hours. Do you remember that?
After
It all got a bit sexy.
Somebody got fingered and all that.
Yes.
But it never showed you fingering.
No, it never did. Like, show us an arse.
I know Channel 4 is ahead of its time, but I want to see somebody getting fingered. Like,
there was gay storylines in that, though. I remember, yes.
Colleagues were like stepping forward, like, oh wow, he's
Yeah.
gay, and he's also loves dressed up as a hat.
And then there was Todd in Coronation Street.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, with them
kissing on the canal street.
That's right. Oh, but no, Coronation Street now is just shit. But I love with the soaps. How can all this stuff go on in one small square area?
Yes,
where all these
yes.
the amount of people have died in that pub in EastEnders. I'm like, don't go there.
You're digging it up and you're being like, where can we bury this person? Like, Dan, get out of the way.
Quick,
move you.
Something's getting refurbished. Fuck him in there.
Is Dan still down there? Joe Dan Watts. Could you remember the hit 10 with the
the Queen Vic head.
Yes, yeah.
I imagine getting one of those for Christmas made out of chocolate.
Oh,
wouldn't you lick her bust? It's like, oh, Queen Victoria, you dirty girl.
Num.
Oh my God, what's this? Sandy Ho's listening to the podcast. Hello, Sandy.
Hiya, Sandy.
Right, baby. It's not this episode, it's another one. We did get some questions sent in as well, Electra, which we can answer these now. They've been sent in by some lovely listeners.
Let's get quizzical.
We have a question from Espresso Martini.
Oh, hello.
Our down south southerner gentleman.
The lovely gent.
Fantastic. He says, why does Chrissy Toxicity look like that?
How long do we have? I think we're almost at the end of this podcast, unfortunately. We have run out of time for that question.
I believe
Espresso.
she looks like that because she does have those Jewish roots.
Roots.
Which comes with that nose.
Do you know what? It's the tits for me.
I love
it's
those
the tits.
Just
looking at those nipples being like, they're very close together now.
They're very close. They're like
Very
friends.
close
Although she did get new
together.
ones, I think.
Did she get a new tit?
Oh God! Actually, the close together ones, they expired a while ago. They were gone. Because they
That's
were like,
how much I've been paying attention.
you say you're not a real. You're not,
I'm not a
you're
real
not
fan.
a true fan. How dare you, you bastard? I also have another questions coming in from Anonymous saying, Electra, what is your biggest pet peeve in drag?
My biggest pet peeve.
I assume this is about other. I don't know
about other.
About other ones, and then also what's your what's your biggest annoyance about it? About it for you, and then I don't. Yeah. Let's go 2 ways.
Lack of compliments. Do you know what? I hate the experience when people are just like, they don't say anything about how gorgeous you look. Do you know what I mean? You're stood there, you're looking absolutely do you know what? Actually, after all this time, maybe I'm just ugly. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem.
I'm just like, just tell me I'm nice.
But it's drunk people thinking that your body is a commodity. Obviously, like they can grab and touch, and, all that kind of stuff.
I must agree with you there.
Consent is sexy. You know what I mean? Ask me first before you motorboat me. Just don't jump in there to the old jabs. It's not nice.
My biggest one, and for years, it's one of my. It's now. It's like not epilepsy. I've already got that. It's like Tourette's. It's like as soon as somebody gets to go for a picture with me, and they put their arm around the back of my neck, I'm like, run my waist down my neck, run my waist down my neck. It's like a car alarm. Run my waist down my neck, run my waist down my neck, run my waist down my neck, run my waist down my neck.
Yeah,
It's
they'll hug and
it's
they're
like a
coming
car
in,
alarm.
and then you feel your hair just going back to your arse,
being crushed and sliding off the back of your head. And you're like, run my waist up my arse, run my waist up my neck, run my waist up my neck, run my waist up my neck, run my waist up my neck. Try and keep saying it as you can. Run my waist up my neck, run my waist up my neck, run my waist up my neck. Rubber waist, rubber neck. She's made out of plastic.
She's rubbernecking.
Get her box is made out of plastic. Have you seen them dolls nowadays? Full scale humans made out of plastic, and you buck fuck out of it.
Stop it.
Keep it in the cupboard, wash it out, done.
And then AI, they'll be just like, they'll be able to talk and have full scale conversations with you.
It's like a Belfast version going, AI, do you like that, do you?
Aye.
The Pure Event version. What about you? What about me?
That was shit.
It wears a pair of white socks and heels. I love that, but I also hate it too.
That is beautiful.
Ben,
That is
you're going to get a
beautiful.
question about this as soon as you go on this shit, because I want to know what inspires your fashion. And so, what is your big pet peeve about another queen, or what if they do, what if they don't do that? You're like, for fuck's sake, have a bit of respect.
Do you know what it is? Just like not owning it, just being nervous. Just like, do you know what it is? You're up there, have the fucking time of your life. Stop thinking that it's all a big deal, and
It's not serious.
someone from above is going to come down and tell you that you have done it wrong. How dare you get on that stage? It's grand. Calm yourself down. Enjoy it. You don't need to stand there as if someone has kidnapped your fucking family and is holding them hostage, saying you better get on that stage and do your drag.
They're in the crowd going,
like shaking.
I'm watching you.
It's like,
you better dance.
and I get nerves and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong.
So do I.
But like,
bitch, so do I. We all do. God, we're not fucking metal.
But enjoy it. It's drag. It's supposed to be enjoyable.
The tiger kidnapping, I love that. It's like, look at you better do the wagon wheel, what
You
you say.
better go on that stage and do that
Wagon
sure
wheel,
number.
what to see.
If I don't see you doing Believe in 5 minutes, your mother's gonna get kneecapped.
We've got her tied to a chair in a warehouse out of Duncrew.
I have your granny strapped.
I've got your granny strapped to a yard of leopard print fabric in Madabout Fabrics at Duncrew. You better be careful, or I am going to decorate her in rhinestones. Fucking hell! It's a gay tiger kidnapping.
Wild.
It's called
It's grand.
what's a gay tiger kidnapping? It becomes like a gagger kidnapping.
Yes.
Been stolen in a pink Mercedes. What the fuck? I do believe they drive a pink Mercedes and they scream faggot from it.
Yes, rhinestone balaclavas, and they're just like, get on that stage.
The many of a night that I drove with other queens in the car and drove past people shouted faggot out the window. Whilst dressed in drag.
It's my favourite word.
Reclaim the word.
Totally reclaimed. I can't help but say it.
Me either. It's fun because it's like, oh, fuck up. Or somebody'd say something like, you faggot.
Have you heard that new Nicki Minaj song, that Fuck the Club Up, where she's like, high heels on my tippies, don't
Yes.
shake. But the guy before it, I swear to God, he's going, faggot. Faggot.
Right, I'm gonna have to listen.
And then it's
if I include it, will we get ripped off?
I know, yeah, you'll be shut down immediately.
shut down.
Yes, 2 seconds of that. Me singing, it's probably, sorry, I've that's it.
You're too like her.
Yes.
Electra Minge.
I've sang too close to the original song, so we will have to pay dividends to Nicki
Unfortunately,
Minaj.
this non-profit making podcast will be in debt. I'm like, oh, Nicki Minaj.
We've started another war with her. She's got all the beef with everyone.
What I've decided to do now is we're going to actually have to host an event in the Black Box, a fundraiser to pay off our debt. Electra, you fucked shit up again. What have you done?
But it's where he does say the word faggot.
She's always controversial. Look at her.
That's
From
right.
wearing
That's
crowns to
Scream the word faggot.
she's getting her faggot, hosting many events and just doing your baddest bitchness.
Yes.
Being
yeah.
a political queen.
I know.
Reading
yeah.
books to kids, pervert.
You pervert.
For fuck's sake, it's mad. But tell us, what's going on at the minute? Where are you? Where can we find you? What can we do? How can we shout faggot at you as we're out on a night out?
I am in the Maverick Bar every single Saturday night, alongside my good sis from the West, Misty Falls, performing some classic cabaret and
Choreographed gorgeousness.
some solo, some choreographed duets, and then we play all of your favourite tunes into the wee hours of the morning, so you can dance the night away once we're off the stage.
Absolutely. Definitely go over once you've seen me on a Saturday night from 8 o'clock in Union Street. You start off with me, finish off with
Lovely.
That's a good saying. Start with me, finish off with her. Start with me, finish off with them. Finish off with the girls. Misty Falls, the one and only, the legendary.
Misty.
Miss Thang.
Yes, us two dancing the night away. And
The
then
Misty
we're-
two-step. Dump bump. She will be on to speak her minds and hearts and all sorts. I've already been on to her, so we're going to get a wee deep.
Get
Don't
her
worry,
in
folks.
there,
If you're
get
listening,
her in.
Misty Falls will be here to spill all of her beauty secrets.
Yes.
All three of them.
Why she does it.
How the fuck do you do it, Gail?
Why she does it.
She's
The answer to a question.
legendary. She has. God, I cannot wait to get into that. That's going to be one of my favourite stories. I'm like, tell me.
Oh, you know, Missy will just be sitting here just being like, all the biz.
Smoking a fag.
You'll need to clear the entire table just so she can move her hands.
Oh, everything.
And just be like, telling you.
This beautiful setup I have of ironing board covered in beautiful fabric.
It is glam.
It is the top of the top. Like, I mean, and a bottle of Prosecco on arrival. Bitch, you've got it all here.
Love it.
This is where it happens. It's great. So we can always see you on a Saturday night, and of course, anything coming up in the what about the return of Queertopia? Anything on the plans there?
Well,
Gemma?
who knows?
Dick?
Who knows?
Take a make.
I can't reveal any exclusives on this podcast, but we are gonna meet for a wee luncheon. Very, very soon, actually, very soon. We'll be in my favourite spot for Sunday lunch, which is Spaghetti Arms. So we're doing that. And, yeah.
Best Sunday lunch out, Spaghetti Arms.
Love it.
Second shout out of the podcast.
Oh my God, love it so much. So we'll
just wish they did delivery. I would just pay somebody, you know, like.
Do you know what though?
drive
See
past
the
to pick
music
up from
there. Beautiful.
Love a wee tune.
Love it. Just sitting there, and Tommy's got the old Kylie Minogue Minigue playing.
Of course.
The entire album.
Tommy's always got it going.
Just and the atmos around when he plays the Kylie Christmas album.
She's loving
It's just it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But yes, me and Gems are meeting there. So we'll see what happens.
We'll
see what happens.
Miss Gems, Miss Dick is going to come on anyway. So if we will discuss that on the next one.
See if there's an update.
When we get a wee episode along, we will just see
It's very, very sweet to have people come up to me and Dick and beg us to do it again.
Oh, so there you go.
It's very, very humbling. It's lovely. It's frightening at points. It feels threatening. When are you doing it again? And I'm like,
you're cancelled if you don't do it.
But that is all you could ever ask for. That people are like, we want it back. We want to see it. It has a special place in our heart, which is what we were saying before. Like you sometimes underestimate your effect on how just doing the old drag
it does for
it has
people.
on other people.
There is times, and I must say, and it's not. I'm not afraid to admit it. You do come home at night and you go, I didn't. I feel like shit. I gave my everything. I didn't really get much back from that. But you don't know. You can come then realise that, oh wow, there's somebody in the crowd watching that really enjoyed that and loved it, and that's made their night. And okay, you love it, but fuck me, it's
you do get those special moments where people do come up to you and they're being absolutely 100% lovely and sincere, and they're just telling you, you were fantastic, we had a great time, we would love to see it again. So making no promises, but people. Just have a wee look in the socials. You'll you'll know probably before I do.
Well, I hope it's on a Friday night.
Well, this is it. Can't be clashing with my own Saturdays as well.
Not at all. Well, a Friday, that sounds perfect to me.
Because Dick's in Cabaret.
Dicks and Stones may break my bones, but Dick Von Dyke will never hurt me.
With a set.
Yes, he will. He kicked my cunt in.
We baiting.
Oh, fab. Well, I'm looking for. I hope it's a Friday. I will be along to get steaming and not remember where I am, because now that I go out, I don't go out unless I'm actually in drag. That's really sad.
Get yourself out.
But all my friends work.
Although I actually
we all work when we all work at the same night.
The only times that really, to be fair, I actually go out is when I'm seeing other drag shows. But I'm just like, I love it.
Or anytime I was work a Saturday, a Sunday, and then between Monday and Friday, I'm fucked. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Or I'm doing this. I'm like, ooh, we're sitting in a back room getting peshed.
And we're in full drag. Oh my god.
Yeah, of course. There's no accompanying video, but I am wearing a oh my god, a £15,000 Swarovski crystal gown that was stolen from the Mummy Takabuti out of the Ulster Museum. I'm wearing that bitch's beaded dress. I'm like, yeah.
I am in the most expensive ostrich feather you've ever laid your eyes upon, but you haven't laid your eyes upon because you're listening to this.
Exactly. You'll never see the glamour that exists in this room.
You can't see, and you'll never see it because I'll never wear it in public.
You will never know. Electra, it has been absolutely fabulous to have you here today.
It's an absolute delight.
In this beautiful room of delight that I call my drag room.
I love it.
My space, my creative area, my safe space. I've always got a safe space. But here you have been doing drag now 10 years.
10 years, 10 long years.
10-year anniversary, which was busy. This episode will be released, and it will be basically a week before the release date of this. So, happy drag anniversary!
Yeah.
Round of applause will be over the top of this right now. We're
recorded.
10 years in the game. You're doing absolutely fabulous. You're doing great. I hope it all ends tomorrow before your very eyes.
My knees do too, I swear to God. Swear to God.
All them roast dinners. You just can't.
Oh, no. May they never stop.
I also must say, you were talking about people saying really nice things. I was meant to say that people do now come up to me and quote things from this podcast to me.
Say.
So, yeah, I hope that I want to hear if anybody comes up and says things to Electra, if she's in the smoking area or if you attend one of her shows, just shout something. Francie. Shout call her Francie. That's it. We forgot to get into that.
Oh God, yeah, that's a
backstory. But if you do go to a show, please shout it in the crowd, and she
Francie,
won't know exactly where
yeah.
it's coming from. So, Electra, thank you very much for joining me here on episode number 4. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
My absolute pleasure again. I just keep saying pleasure for the next 15 minutes just to make the episode go for hours.
10 out of 10 for come down with me, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. The hosting skills have been through the roof.
Stunning it.
Thank you so much. But where can we find you on socials? You're on Instagram, Facebook.
Yes, I'm on Instagram, Electra La Cunt. I am on Facebook as well, and you can see me every single Saturday night in the Maverick Bar from 9 p.m. doing some dancing.
Fabulosa. Fantastic. Well, I will see you through the window as I pass to get a taxi home.
I'll see you through the window.
You know, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window, which is always that's exact saying that we do. Fuck, we're off on another tangent. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Laundry Room Podcast. We will be back again next week with more crack, more banter from another fabulous special guest. But until then, have a great week. Look after yourselves. Be safe. Be comfortable. But most importantly, be clean. Bye-bye.